Well, it cleared up some. Hello everybody. Well, I ended up getting a day in yet. Not really a day, but a half day. The guys wanted to work, and right around noon it kind of cleared off some and stopped raining. We got a little bit of sunshine, partly cloudy. So I went over and talked to some of them over at the house, and they said, "We're gonna work half day, bro." I said, "Absolutely. If you want to work half day, let's do it. Working half day is better than no day." Meanwhile, I headed out and I picked up some materials for the job as well. And there's a place that I stopped at. I really didn't shoot video in their place or nothing, but I bought a couple shower faucets, the whole head. It's a whole shower unit that's going to go in a couple of these rooms. I bought some real pretty countertop sinks that's a bowl type that sits on top of like a granite, or here in the Philippines they call granite countertop. And I bought the faucets for those as well. So got back here and the guys are back underway working on different tasks here. And to be honest, I haven't looked at what all is happening. I know right there at my back door they're putting a little bit of hollow block up on top of a fence right there that it's already a hollow block fence, and they're adding a little bit on there to them where I asked them to.
I got them for the side.
Where at? Outside?
Yes, sir.
Oh.
2 pieces, sir.
Now I want to address another thing. I had a very nice subscriber write a question and a suggestion, right? And he suggested on my staircase in the back that maybe I should consider putting a ramp down one side next to the steps, and it'd be easier to roll stuff right up. You don't have to bump up the steps and all. And I told him that I think it would be dangerous. I mean, it's a good idea. It sounds great, but just 1 second danger can happen with that. Let me explain why. These steps here, you know, this is just in the raw. They're not finished, they're not tiled yet or anything like that, or what they're going to be. And we left them really rough concrete. So as we're walking up and down with materials and building, we got a lot of no slip grip going on right there, right? And then later we'll probably put a no slip tile out on the front and on here. I definitely don't want anything slick. I know how dangerous that can be, and especially in this tropical country. Now, just pretend that down the side of these steps right here was a ramp, and these, you know, these rise pretty fast. You can see the pitch over here on this. So imagine it was a straight run and it had a ramp down like that. Well, you look here, we left in March and poured this concrete, and we were gone. You know, COVID-19 kept us locked out, and while we were gone, you see this fungus that started growing here? Well, if I had a ramp, I'm either gonna have to tile it, and that's gonna be super slick. I'm gonna have to make it real rough and ugly, and I ain't gonna like that. Or if you're gonna leave it concrete, it's gonna grow this fungus. It's everywhere here in the Philippines. It just starts growing, and that is just constant ongoing maintenance and trying to keep up with that. Well, all it would take is one person from up above to step off on that slick side that's just a ramp and no step, and you got the force of your weight, if you're at the tops where it's going to be most dangerous, pushing down on your foot, and you hit some of the slick green algae, fungi, or whatever it is that grows here. It's going to be sayonara. You're going to take a hard fall, and it's going to be far enough down, it's going to be mega dangerous. A child could do it, an adult could do it at any age. You're not going to be able to catch yourself. I see little short ones up at little short ramps similar like that up here at these markets and stuff in these different towns and cities, and they roll a dolly in. You know, they might need to go up 2 foot or 3 foot, and it'll be busy, and every once in a while I'll see a person put their foot on that ramp, and sometimes they're carrying something, or they got some sand or something on the bottom of their foot, or it's just a wet rainy day. And I have witnessed many times person slip. I slipped on one too right here in the town of Tigbawan. It was crowded, people just pushing around you, and it kind of pushed me off to the side of that ramp. My foot went on it, and I landed on my butt right up there in the market. I took a slip right there. That was maybe about 3 years ago. It can happen. So that was just a little 2 or 3 foot ramp. I think it was just about 2 footer. So imagine something going up 11, 12 feet. Good suggestion. Trying to think of things like that, but in reality, it's too dangerous. Now I take you up here to the side, over the top of my garage here. You see my solar panels and all, and I'll show you what I've had the guys doing up over here, preparing for work over the top of the garage where there's already a solid cast concrete floor right above where we're staying in the garage here right now. Here I have them putting up bamboo fresh again. A walk run right down through here where we can walk from front to back, some steps going up that they can climb up, and then another layer up above up here that we can walk on. It's like scaffolding. It is a scaffolding. It's a bamboo scaffolding. And so that way when we cast the first 4 foot, and then we're going to cast up the next 4 foot, and then we're going to be up there at the roof height where the deck's going to be and all, we can work that whole area there. Up above, it gives you a good reach range. Down below gives you a good reach range. So that is what's happening there. And I think they're putting up safety rail in behind so you don't fall backwards and fall off. I'll probably have them to double that, whatever they're doing. I'll probably have them to put one more. Whatever they're doing, add one more. Then here we are right over the back of the garage. This is where we walk out right here where the boat was sitting right there. So they've extended that beam going across right there. They've made a form underneath it. We removed this roof and all you've seen already. And over here we made like a half column, if you want to call it that, into the existing hollow block wall going down. And we are putting a little bit of additional space on right there, a few more blocks to come up, and we're going to make a beam out right here, going out to join into that. So coming from the corner of the garage where the steel is here, going across over to there. This is a simple, wise choice. Let me tell you what makes this look complex. It's because the wraparound all the way around the perimeter of this house. I did this massive wraparound, and that's where a lot of extra work come in. If it wasn't for that wraparound, we would be way beyond where we are right now. But it's worth the money to me to put that, the shading, the entertainment area, the place to sit outside and enjoy that water out there right now. Look at what I'm going to be sitting here enjoying. You know, I'm not trying to rub it in, but this is why I spent the money to put this across here. My brother-in-law Miller right here. Miller, tell the people here how we're mixing that concrete. 3, 2, 1, right?
Yep.
3, 2, 1. So Miller, that's 3 bags of sand,
Yep.
2 bags of stone,
Yep.
and 1 bag of Portland, right?
Yep.
And then we put Sahara in it, which is just a waterproofing, right? So 3, 2, 1 right there. 3 bags of sand, 2 bags of stone, and 1 bag of the cement mix that we're using. And that's the mix that we're doing. Now, Miller, what is the mix that you do that's not as strong? What's the mix you do then? So now he's telling me that there's the other mix that they do that is not as strong, What'd you say? 351?
5 stone.
Say that again.
5 sack of stone, and 3 sack sand, and 1 sack of cement.
And that's the weaker mix. That's not as strong.
Yeah, not strong.
Right. But we're doing the 321 that's very strong. And Miller, these walls where we had a couple mistakes that we had to correct, and you're the one that chiseled the walls, right?
Yep.
To correct those places, correct?
Yep. Yeah.
Was this cement hard? It was.
Like what do you call that?
It was very hard, wasn't it?
Yeah, very hard.
And everybody else tried too, and they said, "Man, super hard cement."
Yeah,
Yes.
super hard.
Not soft, right? Not soft. Yeah. So, thank you there, Miller. What you working on here? What are you making?
Adding the, no bro, the plywood.
Oh, adding that
Yeah,
little small
yeah,
strip
yeah,
down
yeah.
the edge.
What you call that?
How thick it is.
Yeah.
Hey, bro,
Yeah, chest.
be careful. Don't drip no blood here, because your nose is really bleeding right now. You're gonna get blood all over here. Super nosebleed. All right, man. That's good. Yeah. Pull that nylon like that. I like it. That's exactly what I need. Exactly what I need. So we're gonna do a little add up, and I'll add it in a video. We're estimating maybe about how many bags we're gonna need to do this pour up here. I haven't really got hard into the math on it yet, but here's the thing. We already priced with the transit mix and the pump and all, and we've talked to some builders that we know, and we already know that to have that brought in transit mix and to have it pumped up here will triple the cost of what we can do it ourselves right here for. And all we got to do is employ right over here the people that need work. That transit company, they got all the work they need, man. They are building projects going on here everywhere. New infrastructure coming up. Philippines is improving now. I'm gonna tell you, if you haven't been here in a while, this country's changing and it's improving, and it needed some improvement. It did. You know, Duterte's got this build program to build the infrastructure in this country while he's in office, and it's really huge improvements, and it's really uplifted the spirits of the Filipino too. They're so proud to have nicer things. They really are. So we bought these truckloads of stone right down here. We bought these truckloads of sand from the same company that delivered them. We'll have those bags of cement. We will double or triple the workforce on the day to pour. It's normal for them. It's not new. It's not something just special for James and Melinda here. This is what they do in the Filipino way. They'll do the overtime. Let's talk to Mok. Here, let's talk to Mok here. Now, Mok's worked up in the city on big jobs, right?
Yes, sir.
And you've been working ever since a kid on construction jobs, right? And you and your brothers and cousins and all.
Yes, sir.
So, Mok, this is Melinda's cousin, by the way. If y'all don't know that, this is her first cousin. Lives next door to her mom and all over there. So Mok and his brothers and his cousins have all worked construction since you've been teenagers, I guess, right?
Yes, sir.
And you worked up on big jobs in the city too, right? Big buildings and all.
Yes, sir. 7th floor, 8th floor.
7th floor, 8th floor buildings and all. And when you all have to pour a whole big floor up and all, you will do overtime to do that whole floor, right?
Yes, sir.
And just like the other night, some of the guys over here, they worked all night long at a job site in the city, right?
Yes, sir.
Until daylight the next morning. They stay working all night until it was done, correct?
Yes, sir.
That's normal for you guys, isn't it? Normal. So I just want to tell the viewers, you know, that it's not uncommon for everyone to just keep working until it is absolutely done. So Mok can tell you, because he has been there and done that. That shirt probably come from a job site, right? Yeah, that you worked on in the city, correct? So if some of you see them wearing these shirts, and some of them say what, TMZ or something, TMS, yeah, that's where that's from, company they work for. Yeah, contractor. So I appreciate him supplying me shirts. Can I just take a marker and put my name on it? Huh? Refurb. Thank you, Mop, man. I know you probably want to get that done. Thank you, man. So we bought lights. We've already got a big old LED, and it's mounted ready to go right now to light up the mixing area right here. See that mixing area? You see that security camera, and you see that big LED right below it there on that pole. It lights up this whole back place. Up front, we've already got light up there where they're going to mix right out in the middle of the street. What's going to happen is we're going to help the community. These guys need the money, not the transit company. We're going to have a massive pour. Just picture it like this. Picture it like the old school barn raising. When people raise a barn and the whole community would get together and they would help do it. And people would cook food, and they bring drinks and desserts, and they'd have a good time, and it turned into a huge community and family event. That's what we're going to do here. So all of you that are just thinking in the West of get it done, get it done, get it done, and I appreciate you guys, don't get me wrong, I'm not mocking you. I'm just saying, it's a different mindset, it's a different world here. But we're not in that big a hurry, and we will get it done. We have poured a lot of concrete here already. A lot. Man, just this off the back of my house, this patio, turning into a thick boat ramp that's got a footer down deep to withstand typhoons and all the way out there, all poured by hand. All them planter boxes on the side of it, poured by hand. All these columns, all of these columns, there is a deep column down. We dug them in deep. Big tie beam header between all of them. We've already done all that. Septic tank over there, cast form like this house is. We've already done it. Garage here, cast form before this vlog was ever started. I do have some old pictures of it. We've already done it. We hand mixed it. I have the video of pouring this roof. I have it on GoPro, on time lapse, of pouring that roof over there. I have it. I have it all. It was before my vlog. The fence down the side. Everything I'm standing on up here right now is from hand pour. So what's the difference in just hand pouring this too? Hand mixing, hand pouring it. And that's exactly what we're gonna do. We're gonna have two staged areas. We're gonna remove these tarpaulins up, get them up higher. We're gonna set up lights. And if the weather's right and we don't have no storms being predicted, we'll have a big bright light up in one corner, a big old bright LED in the other corner. I've already bought them. Bought wire too to mount them up. We'll have the top of this thing lit up. The girls are gonna buy food, and they're gonna grill, and they're gonna cook, and some extra women, extra wives are gonna come help. They're gonna have ice and drinks and coffees and whatever they need, and it is going to be concrete mixing and throw down good time. This is how we do it here. This is how we do it. You're gonna be jealous. You're gonna be wishing you were here helping so you could get in on all that goodness. And we're gonna do it until it's done. 3 a.m. in the morning, that's what we're gonna do. And they're not gonna complain. They'll just go home, sleep the next day, and they have some money in their pocket. So that's how we're gonna do it.